Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. A little juke. That's a Cordero Patterson. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson, 75 yards. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even... The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Cordero Patterson, the 30. And all the way down to the 9. 143 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Now Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. We drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A right side run with Patterson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Mariota, escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, a run with Patterson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Mariota. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. 211 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Mariota now. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it all...
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mariota's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. To the air again, Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. Here's Patterson again. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys with a 1st and 10. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. A handoff for Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mariota. Flushed out right. He's got his man, London, right side. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Mariota to throw it. Flush to his right. This pass is caught by London. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run. It's Patterson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Mariota. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown! All-Madden Zacchaeus. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Following the interception here, Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll go again with Patterson. And down to the 36-yard line here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.